Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Brings up third down.
Looking to throw it. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their third and final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. So on fourth down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, he delivers.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. The Falcons and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. He'll look to throw it. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he gets out of bounds. Very quick start to the drive. They're already up to midfield. So they gained 30 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
A gain of 30. First down.
Lamar out of the pistol. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Intended for Kyle Pitts. Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Throwing again is Lamar. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
23 yards. And the Falcons first down.
And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires. An entire game coming down to the leg of Young Hui Koo. This will be a 44-yard look. The kick is good. He got it. And the third time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Green Bay.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Please welcome your 2027 Detroit Lions!
On the Falcons sideline, their head coach, Raheem Morris. His team trying to see this through. They are one win from the perfect regular season. Across the field, it is Lions head coach Dan Campbell. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he
Jahmyr Gibbs! And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. That's caught. Ray McCloud. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards.
Enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
At the Lions, 38-yard line.
Lamar going to work from the pistol. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
19 yards.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10.
Again, it's Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another Falcons first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Off the play fake, Jackson. He's got his big tight end. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Falcons. That is 16th touchdown of the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, like it's their size, their catch radius, it's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And they've used him quite a bit in the passing game. Take a look at the NFL leaders in receiving yards for running backs, and he's right there among the best in the league. Try again. It's second and 10.
On the coverage.
Laporta in motion. On second down, Goff. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X.
And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force fourth down.
A loss of 7.
So on fourth down, the Lions send out Jack Fox to punt. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2 as they are set to start the drive with first and 10. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. And pickup of 18.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson. Forced out left. Trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1.
It's
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. That is caught by the tight end, Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Atlanta. That is second touchdown of the game, and 17 for the season. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail now 14-7, as they'll come up for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. That's a short one caught by Laporta. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
That's good for our Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Goff's going to throw here on first and 10. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And that is incomplete. We'll try again here. Second and 10.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
We go tonight. White 20.
From the gun, it's Goff. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
15 yards. And the Lions first down.
On first and 10, here's Goff. That's blocked. It's Isaac to Small. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. First and 10.
To throw is gone. That's right side and into the hands of Tasma. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Isaac Tasma. Touchdown Lions. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Lions will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Now Jackson. Pushed out to his left. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
First down, Atlanta.
On play action, here's Jackson. Open man down the field, it's McLeod. That one good for 26 yards.
6 more yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball?
That is going to be ball in. He's got it. Drake London. Touchdown, Falcons.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators. Everybody talks about that middle four, Mike. The final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Here's Coop for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Halftime coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. Past the 45. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. The kick here is good. And one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Here we go, the final weekend of the regular season. Week 18, Sort It Out Sunday. Let's get to sort. Our spin around the NFL starts now. At State Farm Stadium in Glendale, the Cardinals at home to take on the visiting New York Giants. And this is Trey Benson. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. Meanwhile, let's check in on the Dolphins as they play host to the New England Patriots. And here's the guy they call Pop, Demario Douglas. one of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Patriots will be a part of this year's playoffs. They get the victory here in the regular season finale. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams hosting the Washington Commanders. And this is Jaden Daniels. One of his 3 touchdown passes in the ballgame. He also added a rushing touchdown for good measure. The Commanders are in as the division champs. They finish off the regular season in style. With that, a look here at the playoff picture in the NFC here in this final week of the regular season. Meanwhile, in our game, we expected a tight one, and we got it, all even at the break. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. A first down throw for Jackson. Left side in the hands of London. Come up and down, just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Jack Campbell.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got it likely over the middle. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 22
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Falcons, first down.
Pistol formation with Jackson. To the right, that's Pitts. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of
It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 32 yards.
First and goal.
To the air one more time with Jackson. And that is punt in the end zone. He's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Atlanta. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has been a tough guy to contain all season long, as reflected in those numbers that you see there. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Not much there, maybe a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On target to Laporta. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First down.
First carry for David Montgomery. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 44-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And the Lions, first down. First and 10.
On first down, it's gone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll drop to throw. Down to the 10. And he will score! Amon-Ra, St. Brown. Touchdown, Detroit.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want...
Oh, do you believe it? It is blocked. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. McLeod now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Falcons offense. And Lamar Jackson getting set to take over once more. And he enters the final weekend on top of the league in rushing yards by a quarterback. He has been dynamic all season long. Jackson now to throw on first down. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And the Falcons, first down.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side. Here for first and 10. Throwing Jackson. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Doesn't it seem like that every time we see a highlight reel catch, they love showing the wide receivers and the running backs, but let's give a little love to the big tight end. I mean, what an athletic play. Understanding that ball was down and away, you've got to lay out to secure it. And not only is he able to get his hands under it and catch it initially, but he's able to survive the ground, and that's a big-time play.
They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Off the play fake. Jackson. Pass caught left side by Likely. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Jackson up top again. This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
And the Falcons, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Play action now. Jackson forced to his right. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends or receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
We go, Talon! 180!
Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win for the visiting Falcons. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from downtown Detroit.